Yo, what up, though? Shawn Cotton was good, man.
Man, we back, man. Big D, Mogul Media, man. What's this, part 3 series?
Hey, man. Series 3, man.
Yeah, we back.
And you know what? I think this was like the longest gap.
Yeah, this the longest gap. Yep. Like what, 6, 7 months?
Was it about? Yeah, close to that.
Or
I think
shit,
it might
maybe
be
a
almost
year.
Almost
maybe a year. Damn. Yep. Because I was wearing the Erykah Badu shit, I think.
Yeah. So it's almost close to this time, man.
Yep. When I had took shot to Erykah Badu. Yep. Because we didn't have the store open at all. Damn, that's crazy.
Man, and speaking of the store, man, congrats.
Man, I appreciate it. And appreciate you for coming through and supporting on the grand opening. It meant a lot to me.
Hey, man, you brought the city out.
Man, ridiculous, man. Like I'm going to say that weekend, like 3,000 people from Friday, the invite only, to Sunday. Like, and then, I mean, of course, Saturday was the highlight, but like 3,000 people came through.
Well, did you realize that you had really that much support and love in the city?
Yeah, but it wasn't just me. Shout out to Barry. I got a business partner who's in that field of vintage.
Gotcha.
I'm not really in that community. I just wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, I don't know all the vendors and the people who sell this shit. I just wear it. That's how I met him, because I went to his event. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I just said, yo, your brand could be way bigger.
Wow.
And we good?
No, you good.
Oh, yeah, I just say, yo, Barry, your brand could be way bigger. I said, yo, all these people in here, they all look the same. There's a different demographic of people. So that's why I was trying to tell him, I kind of had to gain his respect, because he didn't realize I would have people in here come and shop. But you seen Friday was most of his people. Saturday were most of my people. Because now a lot of people wear the rap tees and shit now. So I kind of had to gain his respect too. I had to prove to him, like, yo, I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. So
when you think when you hear Dated Faded Worn, like what can people expect when they step in the store?
Rap tees, camo pants, everything from the 80s to 90s to now. Well, early 2000s.
Gotcha.
Rap tees, jerseys, hats. Pieces too. Like, as it gets colder, there's gonna be more rare pieces. You can come in here and get one of ones.
Gotcha.
I don't want to say thrift shop, because it's kind of disrespecting vintage, but which thrifting is vintage, but it's a little cheaper. But in here you can get Hawaiian tees, you can get Aztec t-shirts, the button-up t-shirts, the Martin Lawrence type, Fresh Prince type. We're gonna have rare Jabal jeans, Ibizu. We're gonna get into that.
Gotcha.
To where people come in here and they can really get one of ones. Denim jackets, all type of shit.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you can get here. It's size 15.
Oh yeah, I got you. You're abnormal, but I'm gonna take care of you.
You know what I'm saying? It kills me, man. But congratulations on that. Congratulations on the Vlad TV interview.
Part 2 was cool.
It was dope, man. Yeah. And as a person who feel like I know you, it seemed like it's always more to get to know.
Yeah.
Just watching you there and just seeing chapters unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And Vlad touched on something that I never really thought of, but it kind of makes sense. With Say Cheese, we know this as a big media platform, but it's so many phases to Say Cheese, the farm that you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? You doing the realty and flipping houses and things of that nature. But Vlad did ask a question about your priority as far as the interviews and things of that go.
Yeah.
What is most priority when it comes to Say Cheese? Are you still like in love with the interviewing process, the YouTube process?
Mm-hmm. I love doing interviews, but I have to kind of want to do it. It's definitely a hobby. I do love the interviews. Sometimes I'm not where I want to be, and it may be 2 uploads a day. Vlad does 7 uploads a day. That's hard to do. You gotta want to do it. You gotta have the time to do it. And the convo the energy. I don't have the energy to talk. I know every day he's knocking out a 2-hour interview.
Shit.
And I'm like, damn, some days I just want to chill and focus on Instagram.
Got you.
Or focus on the store, or focus on, or travel and not want to talk to nobody. So what Vlad does to me is inspiring, because you gotta really stick to it. Bandman Kevo hit me up today and was like, yo, when we gonna do our podcast? I'm like, yo, if you're gonna do a podcast, you it's something that you can't stop. Because Bandman Kevo has all this money. And It's like, yo, you can't make 40,000 one day and just decide you don't want to upload a podcast. So that's where I'm at with it. It's like, yo, I gotta get back to the interviews and do 4 uploads a day. I don't care. I'm not trying to be bigger than Vlad. Just give me 10% of what he make.
Got you.
Just give me man, Vlad's making some money.
I'm trying to get at least 4% of what you make. I'm trying to get
and it's very possible. So that's why every time I go to Vlad, you know, I lift him up because I don't look at y'all as nobody is competition.
Right.
All these guys who do interviews I'm on they shit. I was on No Lazine TV.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Not saying I didn't benefit from it, but
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I did it to help him out. Like, so I don't look at this thing as a competition thing, and that's why I open up to all you guys, and you know, I get advice from Vlad and I share it to you.
Hey man, I appreciate it.
And you gave me advice on the fucking audio shit.
Yeah. So like with let me see what coming to it. So like going to Vlad, just that oh no, I know where I was going with it. So like with Say Cheese, man, and then fuck. Never mind, I'm gonna go to the next one because I surely lost it again.
You good.
All right, so Charleston White.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people, man, of course, a lot of people may have seen him on Dallas Global, cool. But Charleston White felt like he was introduced to the world once he hit the Say Cheese platform.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was on YouTube browsing on my homepage, and the recommended popped up of him in sitting in his car. And he went on a long rant about the PS5. This was when the PS5 was coming out and everybody wanted it.
Yeah.
And he had one on a rant about the PS5. And he was talking about his son would never have one. It's fucking up society. You could start a business instead of paying $500 to $1,000. And I caught on to it and I'm like, yo, matter of fact, I didn't upload it that day. I seen it. I saved it and I put it in my phone. And I reached out to Charleston White, but he didn't hit me. This was when he didn't get on his Instagram.
Got you.
And so I went to his Facebook, and he has the 936 number. He has the 936 number plastered all over. And this is a number you can still call right now. He'll answer. So I texted, and I was like, yo, let's do an interview. He didn't hit me back for like 5 days. So I texted him like 3 times, like, yo, this is Say Cheese. Like, I hit him on Facebook, messaged him on Facebook. He never got back to me. So the 5 days, every morning he would get on Facebook Live. It was a ritual. Every morning he would get on Facebook Live. And I would just study him, and I was like, damn, it just hit me back. I know what I can do with this type of guy. Because on his Facebook, a year ago, he only had an older audience. He didn't have a young audience. So I said, if you mix fire with oil, it's gonna blow up.
Facts.
The thing went out.
You cool.
Oh. So he finally hit me back. He was like, let's do it. And the first interview didn't do it. No, the first interview, Victoria, the girl who shoots my shit, her shit got stolen.
Damn.
So I had to double back and do another interview. The same thing. You know, sometimes that can be hard.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to outdo yourself. So the first interview, it didn't really hit like it was supposed to, but it did all right. And then the second interview, he went at Gilly. And then that's when it was a wrap. Vlad reached out, everybody reached out. He was in a whole different stratosphere then. But I just knew it. I knew if you mixed my young audience with his old, not calling him old, he's only 43, but with his mindset, it was going to go crazy.
When you think of Charleston White and the things that he say, that can be very controversial. Mm-hmm. Very, very thought-provoking, and he shake up the world. What is your personal opinion about the things that he say and his approach?
I'm gonna be biased because I kind of know him on a personal level.
Gotcha.
Like if you're ever around him, it clicks on and he click it off real fast. Like when you're talking to him off camera, he's not loud. He's not ignorant at all. And what Rain would say, he's really gangster.
Yeah.
Like he's really militant. You think because he has one eye, he's small, he doesn't really know or he's not aware. He's really disciplined.
Gotcha.
And when the camera cuts on, that's why I think people love him, because when the camera cuts on, he knows how to get a reaction. So a lot of things he says is kind of overboard, and I wouldn't repeat it, like the Nipsey thing. And although it makes sense where he's like, I'm not dissing Nipsey, I'm dissing Nipsey, I'm not dissing Ernest.
Gotcha.
I get where he's coming from, but you can't say fuck Nipsey, the character, even in Slauson and Crenshaw or South Central LA. So some things is kind of borderline crazy, but if he didn't say that shit to get a reaction, nobody would be talking about him. So he's really, it's like a catch-22, and he's really mind-fucking people. Because in every diss, it's a crazy message he has.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I remember at the point in time you called me and was like, man, I don't know about this guy. But over time, it's like reading a book, and when you get to the end of the book, you're like, I get the message now. That's him.
That's true. Because when I first heard Charleston White, I was like, he's speaking some bullshit. I didn't give it an ear. But then I started hearing him more, and I was like, okay, he is logic here. Then I was like, no, it went from logic to message. Like, oh no, it's a message. Okay, I get it. If you can get past the tonality, the way he say things, the bravado that, like he say, that's the macking, it's the sauce.
Yeah.
If you can finally see past that, you can see the message.
If you can see past that, you'll see like Charleston White is like needed for the culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that man, he says a lot of great things, and he does for the community. You have people who give out, they do little school drives and things like that once a year, but he really fights for people, and I watch him do it off camera. So, like I said, I'm a little biased because I know him, and a lot of people, they're not blessed. I feel like it's a blessing to really know this guy, because I feel like he's needed for the culture, and he says a lot of things that people are scared to say. And I get flack for it. When I did my first interview with him, I lost subscribers.
Yeah.
And I won them back because, they threatened to cancel me. Because the first interview I did with him, he said, fuck George Floyd and fuck Trayvon Martin. And then my subscribers went from like 749 to like 748. It was small loss, but I was like, nah, I can't cop out. I can't cop out. Like, this guy's special. He's special, man. And that Gilly the Kid, when he went at Gilly the Kid about Pop Hunter snitching, that shit took him to another level.
Got you. So like when I was hitting you up about Charleston, my biggest fear though was you losing your YouTube altogether. You talking at the time, like you said, some 700,000, you over 800 now. Yeah. It was like, I know how hard you worked. I know the sacrifices you made to get to that level. And when they're like the him going at the Asian community or saying what he's saying, I was scared that may be something that you wake up the next morning and your stuff was gone. It's like, it was cool for me, like, dude, interview him. Y'all work well together. But I was scared that you may lose it all for that message.
Yeah, YouTube works off a 3-strike basis.
Okay.
So shit, by strike 1, I would fix some things up. And then when he really went on that crazy rant, we beeped him the whole interview. I don't know if you
I saw that.
So yeah, I'm really aware on that. And you're right, because that was around the time he was losing. He lost his page. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of a thing I watched out for, but I never really like let him go too far. And in that interview when he did, we bleeped him the whole interview.
Got you. Now recently, Charleston White and Mob James got into it.
Yeah.
Man, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
What you think about it?
It's funny. He stood his ground. A lot of people say he changed his tone when they got in each other's face, but you couldn't really see. I don't know how big Mob James is. Not that size matters, but to be
fair, most people are bigger than Charleston White anyway. He's
not that big of a guy, but I feel like he's just fearless, man. Yeah. And people can say what they want to say, and he's smart too. Yeah. He knew what he was doing. He was on live. Charleston White knows what he's doing. And people fall into the macking. He's telling you what he's doing. And people fall into it. And I'm proud of how far he came, because, he spoke on before this whole YouTube thing was coming, he wasn't there financially. Now he's living his life, man, and he's a public figure.
That's dope.
But yeah, I called him though, and well, he called me. I think we talked about the Mob James shit, and I told him, I said, people talking about you changed your voice, but a lot of niggas wouldn't have got out that chair. And he was like, my nigga. Because Mob James is well respected.
For sure.
And I don't think people know how small Charleston White is. And just for that moment, man, that was just history. You got Vlad interviewing Mob James now.
Yep.
And the whole California hate Charleston White. It's just one of them things, man. But I fuck with Charleston.
So when it come to YouTube, every day, man, people reaching out to me. I be doing my media runs and stuff, and people, man, how I get on and say cheese? Because at one time you could pay to get on there to do an interview, get your music posted.
Yeah.
But so how does a person get on there?
You can no longer pay for interviews. One time somebody paid me to do an interview. So we doing an interview. I'm talking to him. I'm trying to get the best, trying to talk to him. Great conversation. The nigga act like he didn't want to talk. So I'm like, it was kind of like one of them things to where as though he tried to put on a persona as though he didn't want to be there, as if he was too cool. And then sometimes you'll find yourself doing an interview, somebody paid you, and you're not in it. So the conversation's not there, and it hurts the channel.
Got you.
It hurts the channel, and the people, people want to see people they kind of know or don't know, but the story is amazing.
Yeah.
Or like I'll interview somebody, and I'll interview fucking somebody, like, I just interviewed Rainwater.
Yeah.
He's not a rapper, but he's a great interviewee.
Absolutely.
Like, he's not gonna answer one-word questions or, shit like that. But you can't pay to get on there because it hurts the channel.
Got you.
And then I don't want to say no names, but if you pay attention to the interview circuit right now, and it's a platform where you can pay for an interview, go look. Just go to their YouTube and look at the numbers. Hard 1,400. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you get those interviews that you want, or you just get a name or something like that, it's just better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to flood my YouTube with a lot of up and coming artists. I'll do that for the Instagram because the music's easier to sell than a 20-minute interview and nobody knows who you are. If I'm making sense.
That makes sense. So you brought up Rainwater, which is dope, an amazing interview, and I want to touch on that in a minute. But since the last time you and I talked, unfortunately, Mo3 passed away. Yeah. Definitely a blow to the city.
Man, that shit fucked the city up. It's funny, I was just talking to Rainwater on the phone because a lot of people are upset with him about my interview.
Yeah.
So people are texting me, and I'm like, yo, who is this person, and why are they mad at me? And we just both agreed that, like, yo, it's a new wave in Dallas now.
Yeah.
It's a new wave. Like, it's really a gap. Like, it's a new wave. And me and him were just talking about, like, yo, we're looking for the new. We're looking for the new. Yeah, we're looking for the new. But yeah, that Mo3 shit, it created a gap.
Some people said the passing of Mo3 made some people exhale and free again. That people that we hadn't seen start to appear back on the scene again. That Mo3 presence made a lot of people go into hiding. How do you respond to that?
Man, I'm not getting into that, man. I don't to be honest, I'm so everywhere, I'm not noticing who's hiding and who's not.
Got you.
Like, I run Say Cheese, so if you do something that's worth posting, whether if you're hiding or not, I don't know who, because I don't even club or party or nothing like that. We spoke on that before. So, shit, people may think I be hiding, but I don't be out like that. I don't know where people be at and where people usually be at and what hoods and all that. I don't play that. I don't play into that. Now, a lot of people are saying that, though, but I don't know for that to be true.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just in the media business.
I had interviewed Don Chief, Big Chief.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Chief said Dallas didn't have any legends, but one, and that was Mo3.
Okay.
Do you feel like prior to Mo3 death, he was already a legend, or just like a lot of artists, untimely deaths ushered him into a legend.
Mo3 did, when he was alive, Mo3 did what haven't been done. The way Dallas is built is so spread out. Like in Detroit, it's closer together. Philly, like I always say in Dallas, you could scream. You can walk outside your house in the DFW and scream, and maybe 10 people will hear you.
Right.
In Detroit, go outside and scream, 50 people will hear you. Like the way the city is structured. In Philly, New York, everybody is so cluttered, 200 people may hear you if you just, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in Dallas, it's harder to get that backing behind you. I'm talking about in the streets. I'm not talking about, say, cheese or, like, in Dallas, you kind of got to go to the club because it's hard to get a neighborhood behind you because it's the hoods are so spread apart.
Yeah.
So Mo3 was one of the guys who he had a real cult following. Mo3 cult following was so real. People thought he was buying views at first. They thought his shows were paid. You know, you can get a paid audience. Like you can. Labels do that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
You can put people in a venue and make it look packed.
Wow.
That's how you get people to buy into an artist.
Got you.
That's happened before. Damn, we never did. I never did that with anyone. I'm just saying, like, that shit, people know about that. But people thought Mo3 was faking for a long time. Selling CDs. He was like the last artist really selling CDs. I mean, you had Yella Beezy hustling in the strip clubs too, Trapboy.
Yeah.
Hustling in the strip clubs, but Mo3 was like, it's impossible in Dallas because people always say the support. But in every city, nobody supports you until it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until they have to. But in Dallas, it's like you never really see the city get behind an individual like that. I've never seen, even with Say Cheese in the last 10 years, you hardly see that.
I know I interviewed Preem, and Preem brought up saying that, you know, Mo3 was a heaven sent talent, and that a dog could manage Mo3. That no matter who, because of how talented he is, no matter who his manager was, Mo3 was inevitable. He was going to blow regardless. How do you feel about that?
False. Every time Mo3 would drop, Rainwater would heckle me. That's the words I'm using. Heckle me. Sean. I'm talking weeks before the release, day before the release, as it's releasing, it's out. So it was like Rainwater. You know how you have a basketball player who's not really good at basketball, but they'll dive on the floor for the loose ball. They're pushing the Ron Artez's, the Dennis Rodmans. That's Rainwater. Mo3 had a Dennis Rodman on his team, a Ron Artest, a nigga who's going to get in your face and make sure you feel his presence. A lot of artists don't have that.
Wow.
I talked to Yella Beezy on the phone, first time in the year. This is exclusive. First time in the year, I talked to Yella Beezy, and he may watch this and he's going to attest to it. He felt some type of way because he thought I slowed down on posting Yella Beezy and posting Mo3 more. I said, nah, bro. And I'm only speaking this on camera because this is real. I said, nah, bro. Mo3 had Rainwater. And me and Rainwater fell out. Because Rainwater started getting on the phone, talking all greasy. Like, bro, like, yo, like, me and him used to about to be squaring up. But that's what Mo3 had in his corner. You feel me? People didn't see that. If it's not on the internet, people don't see it. Rainwater crossed a lot of people to make sure Mo3 ate. He crossed me a few times. Not like crossed me, but like on some like I told you, Ron Artez, Dennis Rodman, I'm going to elbow you in I'm going to make sure you feel me. Mo3 had that. If a lot of artists had a Rainwater, and I don't agree with a lot of shit Rainwater say, but I was there for that.
Gotcha.
There was a time I put Mo3 on a 6-month probation. And yo, hats off. Like if I'm lying, Ask Rainwater next time you interview him. There was a time I was so pissed at Rainwater, and I shouldn't have did it. But I had to make Rainwater suffer. Because he started getting crazy and doing all type of shit and recording this crazy shit. But I fuck with Rainwater because he's going to do whatever to win.
Gotcha.
Them be the niggas who win. But yeah, I put Mo3 on a 6-month probation because of Rainwater.
What was your relationship like with Mo3, just personally? Because it seemed like y'all really did have somewhat of a friendship as well, like talk often.
Man, Mo3 was different, man. Mo3, yo, stop staring at me. Yo, stop staring at me, man. Yo, stop staring at me. Oh, my bad. You gonna edit that out?
Yeah.
Man, Mo3 was different, man. Like, see, Mo3 will call me. See, people think I was closer to Mo3.
Yeah.
But it's not that I picked, because I fucked with Trapboy on a personal level and Yella Beezy on a personal level. But Mo3 would call me and just be like, yo, how you doing? Like, you good? Like, you need anything? Like, you straight? So me and him created a bond like that. Like, Mo3 would call me and ask me, like, weird questions about myself. Like, yo, so, like, just weird shit about Say Cheese.
Gotcha.
And we just build a bond over time like that. With Yella Beezy, it was just more about, I fuck with Yella Beezy, but it was just more about, like, music. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know his mom, or he don't know, like, we don't know each other's family. Trapboy fucked with me on a more personal level than Yella Beezy.
Gotcha.
Coming to birthday parties, real estate, asking me about, like, yo, how to, like, get money. So with all three of them, I fucked with all three of them on a different level. But Mo3 was more on a personable level. Like, yo, you good? Like, you straight? So, but yeah. And Mo3 was more he more like pushy, like make you like laugh and like, I don't know. He was just, I don't know. He was different, man.
Do you remember where you were and how you found out when Mo3 passed away?
I was in Miami and my homeboy Nicky called me. Nicky.
Yeah, I know Nicky.
He called me. And then after he called me, my phone was lit all day. And it was fucked up because a month prior to that, he just was telling me he was about to move. But the conversation I had with him was crazy. I was in Detroit. October 11th, 2000, I was in Detroit. And it wasn't the same Mo3. He wasn't as confident. It was kind of like he knew something was going to happen. He was like, he was anti-Dallas. I called him. I said, damn, you just got your teeth done. Why didn't you go to Dr. Rose? He was like, nah, too many people who don't like me go to him. So
got you.
He was like, yeah, man, I'm about to move to the Bay. Gazi about to give me a house in the hills. He was like, but yeah, he was just so anti-Dallas. Didn't want nothing to do with Dallas. I felt like he didn't say it, but I felt like he knew something was about to pop off. And that was the last time I talked to him.
Did you go to the funeral?
I wasn't invited.
Gotcha.
And it was so much heat towards me.
Yeah.
I didn't feel right going. I felt like the Mo3 goons or his mom. Because a lot of people were pointing at the interviews then. Yeah. Like a lot of people were playing the blame game when it happened. They didn't just mourn over it. Everybody was trying to figure out why it started.
Yeah.
Who started this shit? It could have been avoided. So everybody went back to the Say Cheese interviews, the Yella Beezy interview, the Trapboy interview, and the Mo3 interview. And I had all their biggest interviews.
So in your opinion, how do you feel like the beef started? Not that they had anything to do with Mo3.
I don't know. I feel like it was more to, I think, the Roy Lee. I'm not saying Roy Lee started it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying him getting jumped years ago. And I think it had something to do with outside of rap. I don't know. Rainwater speaking on some Fort Worth shit. I don't know.
Gotcha.
When my interviews, I was just getting everybody's story. You know what I mean? It wasn't me. I got on the phone with Trapboy a lot of times. Trapboy was cool about it. Like, yeah, we could. I don't know how genuine these conversations were when I was on the phone with him. Talked to Mo3 one day. Mo3 was like, yeah, let's sit down. Or let's do a boxing match and I'll let it go. This was before Roy Lee died. Mm-hmm. So, and then, Yellow at that time, I think he was in his prime with the That's On Me. So I didn't really speak to him as much. You know, he's touring and doing shows, but it was plenty of times. Jay Prince tried to sit down with Mo3. I remember Mo3 called me. See, I don't think people know this. You know this?
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah, but
I actually asked Rainwater about that in the last interview.
Yeah, but Mo3 was kind of shooken up, like, but he was like, I remember I was in Miami. And he was like, Sean, he didn't say he was scared. I don't want to misquote him, but he was like, yo, Jay Prince, he really that guy. He came by himself. Because he thought Jay Prince was going to come with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And this was Jay Prince trying to squash the beef. He was like, yo, Jay Prince is a real gangster. He came by himself. And he was like, but I don't know if we could squash it. I think Roy Lee already passed. I'm not sure, but yeah. It was, come on, Jay Prince can't do it.
Speaking of that, right before Mo3 passed, he dropped some of his biggest commercial records. He had the what's that with him and Kevin Gates. What's that song?
Broken Love.
Broken Love.
Yeah.
That came out, was going off.
Yeah.
And then after his passing, Outside come out with him featuring Bobby Billions. Song goes crazy. But then Bobby Billions announced he's doing a song with Trapboy. And it looked like it caused a split in the city about that record.
Yeah, it created some friction. I always say the customer is right. Like whatever. Have you ever? Because I used to work a job, and you know they used to tell me at the job, even if you're right, the customer is always right. Have you heard that phrase before?
Yep.
That's kind of like with this situation. I feel like it's however the fans feel. You know what I mean? And he's not wrong. No, it's not his beef. He's trying to put on for the city. But how do the fans feel?
So, you know, Rainwater felt like Bobby Billions held his, according to your interview, he held his nuts on Mo3.
That's how he feel.
Did you agree with that stance?
I didn't really know Bobby Billions personally
until
before. I know that the Outside record was trending before he passed, and Mo3 wanted to get on it, but I don't know if Rainwater's saying that because it's Rainwater or if Bobby Billions really didn't want to. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know, I love how it played out, and they did put him on the record, and now it's about to go platinum. I don't feel like it would have went platinum without Mo3. And Bobby Billions is not a bad guy. Mo3 really, he caught the Holy Ghost on that record.
Man, for sure.
Like every time I listen to it, it's like my first time listening to it again.
Yeah.
So, and then you see the all these other people doing it, the Blue Faces, the Mona Leos, and it's like Mo3's. You stay away from that record because he went that crazy on it. Stay away from it. He just caught the Holy Ghost.
Man.
And I don't feel like it would have went platinum without Mo3. Fuck no. You can put that in the title, F-U-C-K. And I fuck with Bobby Billions. And I like what he's doing. He's incorporating everybody in the city and stuff like that. But I seen him at Rudy's. I bumped into him at Rudy's, and I felt like I told him, hey, stop trying to put on for the city, but don't feel obligated.
Yeah.
Get yours and then come back, because they're going to suck you dry.
It's real.
And this not me coming at nobody, no rapper. I'm just telling him as a person, for his best interest, do your thing. You can still put on for the city. Come back and fuck with the rappers and shit like that, but don't be too this.
Yeah.
Go out and do your thing. Get a few features. Come back, do a few features. Go out. I feel like people get a buzz and they want to be the man in the city. You can be the man in the city forever if you play it right. That's all I was saying, because when the snippet came out of me and him talking, they looked at it as I was telling him to leave Dallas. I'm not telling you to leave Dallas, but don't be the local joker. Because they're going to suck you dry, you're going to fall off, then you're going to be back at the local nightclub, and everybody going, what they going to say about him?
Yeah.
He going to be on the next fell off list, right? Nobody gives a fuck about you. Period. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Everybody uses everybody. Just don't be misused.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't be misused. And I feel like that was my message to him. And he understood it, but yeah, I'm like, yo, you got the biggest record in the city right now. You should be out doing crazy shit. And that wasn't me shitting on any Oak Cliff rappers or anything, because I fuck with them guys. I think they fuck with me.
So I want to take the time, man, congratulate you. You got your plaques.
let's go. And I forgot matter of fact, I didn't forget to bring them. My girl took my Corvette to go get some cabbage and shit she cooking tonight. And I brought the Lambo, and I didn't want to mess them up. But the next one, because right now I only have Cash Page and Hot Boy.
Okay.
And the next interview, I'll have the Spot 'em Got 'ems.
Got you.
I'll have I got 2 Fredo Bangs on the way. Lil Loaded, rest in peace to him. I got like 6 or 7 on the way.
So, man, like with the Cash Page, man, you got the plaque for which song again? It was
Love Songs.
Love Songs.
Yeah.
That is dope, man. And past interviews, we talked about, you know what I'm saying, discovering of Cash Page and how y'all linked up. But recently, or not too long ago, she unfollowed you.
Yeah, she unfollowed me.
What happened, man?
I don't know. You know, we were, you know, you big bro, little bro, when you don't got money or clout. But you know, when you get that fame and you get fortune, you start hanging around a lot of people who would never fuck with you if you didn't have it.
Right.
I'm not that type of person. I get invited to the biggest studio sessions. The biggest studio sessions with the biggest rappers. I'm not that type of person. I fuck with people who I'ma fuck with, who would fuck with me if I didn't have what I have.
Right.
You notice me.
Facts.
I still hang with Colton, Mike T, Nikki, Third, Giovanni, all these type niggas. I still be around the same. I could be big kicking it in Miami. Bam Kevo was my guy.
Yeah.
I could be super lammied up in team pictures, and I just play my lane. So let me get back to that. She unfollowed me. It's all cool. She felt as though, I don't know. She felt like, I don't know. But she did text me recently, and we good.
Yeah.
But you kind of show your true self. Like, why would you do that? Like, you didn't have nothing.
Then on top of that, I know I had seen an interview with Baby Youngin. And he kind of phrased it as if he left Say Cheese.
Nah, but it's all good. We know.
Baby.
He didn't leave Say Cheese. But it's all good though. I mean, he's an artist. You gotta play the Montreux role.
But what happened? Because like when I interviewed Baby Youngin, man, he was such a humble kid. He's still a good kid.
He's still a good kid. It's just I feel like the people, I don't want to say the people around him, but I just feel like I don't feel like he's changed as a person. I just feel like, you know, you hit them bumps in the road, but
because he had some wild stuff coming out, like he was going at Smurf Franklin, like that video clip got leaked. Of him, you know, fuck Dallas, these things, like that character is like, I don't know that, at least that I don't know Baby Youngin, but that wasn't the young kid or young man I met in that room that day.
I don't know, man. I haven't spoke to him in a while, but you know, this is just with everybody though. I feel like clout changes people. Like we didn't, when I was 16, 17, 18, we didn't have Instagram. We had MySpace.
Yeah.
And back then, clout wasn't really a thing. I feel like, man, that's why these young kids get so much money. And when I was 16, I don't know what I would have did with $250,000.
Right.
Like, I be looking at these kids like, man, you dumb as fuck. You blew through $250,000, but I probably would have did the same thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So is that the reason why he didn't get a Say Cheese, Jay?
Nah, it's just one of them things where I'm trying to protect the brand.
Gotcha.
I don't want to get into too much.
Gotcha.
But I'm just trying to protect the brand. That's just really that.
Recently, Lil Loaded passed away.
Man, it's crazy.
Young man, so much talent, so much life ahead of him. How did that affect you, man? Did you see like those signs of those things coming, man? And what would be your message to other young kids, man, like that's in that position?
Man, I'm not gonna say I seen signs, but Lil Loaded was kind of always not angry, but he was kind of always I don't know the word I'm looking for because I don't really want to speak on the deceased. He's resting right now, but I always tell people I felt like he blew up too fast. He blew up on his first music video. And it's kind of like, that happened. Now everybody knows you. You got to adjust to that. Then you accidentally kill your friend. Then allegedly, I don't really want to blame his suicide on the girl, but I feel like so many things were happening, and he's so young. That's why I just told you I don't know how I would react at that age. But he has so much potential. He just went gold a week before.
Wow.
So, but mental health is real. Like, it's a real issue. And I feel like kids, if you're feeling down, don't be afraid. Because us as black men, we're called pussy when we're depressed or soft or emotional. If you feel down, reach out to somebody. Don't be scared to talk to somebody.
That's real.
Because if he would have called me and was like, "Yo, Sean, I would have talked to him. He'd probably still be here today if he would have reached out to one of his big homies or. So don't be scared. Don't run from it.
Got you. I know Spotter got him. Beatbox. Boy.
Double platinum.
Out of there. I remember him being at Mogul Media Studio, him a Project Kid.
Yep.
And now
people laughed at me for signing that kid.
Man.
People laughed at me for signing that kid. They didn't see it. They felt like he was just a bootleg Kodak Black. But I knew he had it in him. And a double platinum record is hard to do.
For sure.
A lot of people can say what they want to about him, one hit wonder and all that, but he did what a lot of people want to do or trying to do. And I signed him when he had 3,000 followers.
He was awesome. I remember when you was first posting him on Say Cheese.
They was laughing at him.
He's like a grown baby.
Yep.
Who was this grown gangsta goon baby, man?
They clowned him a lot, but it all paid off.
Yeah.
It all paid off. I feel like I just want him to don't get comfortable. A lot of these guys feel like they made it. We seen Fetty Wap have 4 number ones.
Yeah.
And what they saying about him now?
Fell off. And that's 4 number ones.
Rich Homie Quan, crazy catalog.
Yeah.
What they saying about Rich Homie?
Same thing.
You can't. That's why I admire the Lil Waynes. Even Future. The things I hear about Future in the studio, knocking out 20 songs a night. The things I hear about Lil Baby, recording, shooting videos, flying here, doing this press run, recording. That's what I look for in an artist. Them be the winners.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, they said he recorded hundreds of songs, but he didn't leave the studio until he had 3 decent records. I don't even want to say decent. 3 great records. So that, to me, I feel like that's where a lot of these rappers don't want to be artists. They just want the lifestyle.
So what drove you to Darryl? Because he's going off right now.
His voice, his story. He just did 4 years in jail. Great-hearted kid. He does everything I tell him to do. He'll go in the studio, knock out 3 songs. He'll record 3 videos in a day. Yo, Darryl, post this. Yo, post that. Amazing, just an amazing talent, man. And just me taking a risk for real. I didn't know him.
How did you find out about him? Because he in Georgia, right?
Quaisha sent me a video of him on Facebook. And he didn't know about Say Cheese at all. He didn't know about Say Cheese, so he wasn't fanned out or anything. He was just like, shit, for real? And I just had to prove to him, like, yo, listen to me. So I signed him when he had 2,000 followers. He's at 130 now.
That's crazy.
And everybody reached out to him, from Lil Baby to QC to Gucci Mane, Motown, Interscope, Capital. Everybody reached out to him, just trying to build his leverage up.
Absolutely.
But the kid, he's a great kid, man.
Recently, a lot of things, the baby been under fire. Yeah. For the comments he made at Rolling Loud. He's been canceled. Boosie just lost his Instagram page again.
Yeah.
And I saw you post a comment in regards to freedom of speech, social media, the censorship. Like, how do you feel about the way that social media is governed right now?
First off, let me start off with the baby. Have you ever been to a club and the MC or the host or the DJ, they get on it may be like a week, the club may be weak.
Yeah.
So the MC, the host, I remember I used to go to Jay Hayes parties. I used to throw my own parties, we used to do this shit. And the MC get on the stage and be like, make some noise if your pussy don't stink. Put your hand in there if you don't got STDs. Just anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like the baby being from Charlotte, I feel like I don't feel like he meant any harm. You know what I mean? We've all been in the club and the DJ are like, put your hand in there if you don't got AIDS or if you don't got STDs or if your baby daddy did anything. You're just doing something for engagement. And I felt like now some of the shit he said was touchy, but he meant no harm. I felt like the baby, all he had to do was come out and say something towards that nature, donated some money to an organization, boom. But it's just kind of one of them things where he's kind of still sticking his chest out too. Yeah. So I kind of understand why. And then Barry Man Kevo came out and said that it's a trend now, and he agreed with it on Say Cheese. I don't know if you seen that.
I didn't see that.
Okay, but yeah. On the freedom of speech part, I feel like this not even about the baby, but I feel like it's just sad that the Bluefaces, the NLE Choppers, the Boosies, we gotta beg a white man for our Instagram page back. You know what I mean? None of them people have killed anybody. None of them people have, they're not making threats. They're not, you know what I mean? I don't understand why, as many dope influencers that we have,
right,
black influencers, they know how to do coding and build apps. Why can't we build our own app? Why can't we build our own app, let Boosie be the face of it? Gotcha. Everybody follows Boosie. Look what happened to Clubhouse, how people fled the Clubhouse. It can happen. But we have to trust one another. And we just really have to trust one another. And it's just sad that it's just sad.
Because I look at it like freedom of speech, it's kind of like owning a gun, right? It's like every person has a Second Amendment right to bear arms. But does that mean everybody should be able to have a gun? Not everybody is mentally capable of having that type of power in their possession. I feel like the same way with freedom of speech, that where some people can empower a group of people to storm the Capitol and kill officers. Some people can have the power or the voice to influence people to do wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's like kind of the slippery slope of people being able to just say whatever, whenever. And I think with Instagram, not to defend Instagram, I think the hard thing for Instagram with me is how do you separate the kids from the adults?
Yeah, I feel like it should be 18 and up. You should be able to prove it. And it should be that where a lot of things aren't censored. You know, that's the biggest divide right there. You're right. But I do feel like Boosie isn't threatening anybody.
Right.
Blueface, like, these people have families. These people have kids.
Right.
Like, NLE Chopper not having his Instagram, that's hurting record sales, that's which real. Leads to, you know, him trying to do any, like, I just feel like it needs to be somewhere where people understand our culture. Yeah. Like, the guy, the head of Instagram went on the Breakfast Club.
I saw that.
And Charlamagne was like, do you understand that me saying nigga it's not
the same as somebody saying,
yeah, like, do you understand our culture? And he said, no, we don't understand. We need something where people understand us. Yeah. You know what I mean? 10 million followers.
That's a lot of money.
Like,
a lot of money.
And this, y'all like it, I understand if, and okay, he did do the naked thing. Boosie, you know better. But the second page is going though.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
it's
bro.
tough.
It's just crazy.
I can see you in this position in a few years. Hip hop has turned a lot of black people into billionaires now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rihanna just became a billionaire.
Yeah.
Off her Fenty online. You know, of course, Dr. Dre, a billionaire. Jay-Z, billionaire. Kanye West, billionaire.
Yeah.
And you know, I seen Diddy, billionaire. And I remember seeing you back in 2013, 14, and Say Cheese was going. I started seeing it. I was like, bro, you're going to be like the Diddy of the city.
Damn, I remember you used to say that.
You know what I'm saying? I saw it. And now it's even feasible to see you becoming a billionaire. And you talking about a kid, I remember that white Camaro.
Yep. That shit used to crank.
Hey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Always leaving to go pick up your little sister from school, staying with your moms and things of that nature, man. Like, going from there to now, man, looking back, how does it feel?
Man, people don't even know. I still drive by that old house a lot. I still drive by all the places I used to be in that time period. That studio we had, I'll drive through there. I won't stop, but I'll just drive. Because I don't ever want to forget where I came from, and all this shit could be gone.
Yeah.
So you don't see me on Instagram and big jewelry, and I still try to remain the same, man. And I try to put people in position.
Got you.
Got my friends working up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did an investment with Colton. I try to put all my people in position.
For sure.
But it just seems unreal, and I try not to let it get to me. Like I was just telling you about all the artists, they let it get to them and they forget. No, I try to, man, I haven't even done an interview. It's a lot of people who ask me to do big interviews.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I appreciate it.
So I just try I try to not let that get the best of me.
Got you.
And I feel like that's the recipe of reaching 100 million, $500 million, $1 billion. It's staying the same. A lot of people, they get their first 100,000 and everything they did switches up. I see a lot of rappers, they used to pay for Say Cheese posts. They get $100,000, they stop paying for a Say Cheese post. If it's working, if it's not broke, why you can't, you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So I see a lot of people, they did things, the things that worked for them, they stopped doing it. I don't understand it. I still put in heavy money on Say Cheese.
What do you see Say Cheese here, man, in the next few years?
I don't fucking know. I hate when people ask me that. Now, and I'm not coming at you. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Darrow could be the next fucking Drake, and I may just be like, yo, I'm good. I don't know. Podcast. I don't know. We could be the new Rolling Loud in the next 5 years. Who knows?
Last two questions before we get out of here. In your opinion, when it comes to hip hop, who's had the biggest influence regionally on hip hop? New York, Atlanta, or Chicago?
Chicago by far. I remember it's zero tolerance now with beef because of Chicago.
Yeah.
People will comment something on my page. They may say something about my outfit or I don't know. It could be anything. I don't even comment back no more. One exchange with somebody on the internet, it's up. It's when I see you, it's smoking this, I'm doing this, pack that. You can't even have a disagreement with anybody no more because of the Chicago rap scene. I remember you used to fight. Win, lose, draw. Go home, you don't gotta worry about it. You beat somebody ass now, they coming back to smoke you. And it better not be on camera.
Man.
Chicago. The vocabulary now. Goofy. Lacking. The way people spell their words now. Outside. You heard that word, I'm outside.
Yeah.
That originated in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, my first time hearing that shit, 2015, I was on 119th with Lil Mouse. Yeah, we outside. In Chicago, when you're outside, it's like a flex. It's sticking your chest out. I'm outside. Come get me. That's what outside really started from.
Yeah.
We outside. We not hiding in the house. You hide in the house. We outside. Nigga. It started in Chicago. And now it's everywhere. Chicago by far.
Can anybody pay you any money to go into Chicago
Fuck
like you
no.
did before?
Fuck no. That was the dumbest shit I ever did. That was the dumbest thing I've ever did. And I was brave enough doing that shit because, see, your cousin Colton.
Yeah.
I used to hang around him growing up. He crossed over to the streets.
Yeah.
He was more on the street shit. Him and Giovanni, those my guys. They still my guys. I was females, cars, clothes, hoes.
Yeah.
At that age, them niggas was, man, we about to meet up with these niggas and fight. So I'm stuck between hoes and I'm stuck between hanging around my niggas.
Yeah.
So I used to get in a lot of shootouts with your cousin. And this is 15 years ago, so we could talk about it now. Like 10 years ago. But yeah, I was in a lot of shootouts with your cousin that led me into being brave enough to do interviews in these places.
Yeah.
Because of Colton. I used to hang around him. We used to get in shootouts all the time. Facts. And it's been 7 years, so you can't get in trouble for it.
Right.
But yeah, that shit led me into it. So yeah, I've seen and been in a lot of shit to put me through to put me through that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a street guy. I just been around a lot of crazy street shit.
Man, it's wild. I agree with you, man. Part of me almost feel like shows at a point where it might start getting banned because I can't see too many artists throwing an underground show like they used to do in Deep Ellum without it getting smoked out. You know what I'm saying? But lastly, you know what I'm saying? I noticed you smile a lot more. You know what I'm saying? The pearly whites, man. You went to Dr. Rose, man. What made you do that?
I didn't need him, but he was just like, yo, you're my guy. Because I fuck with Dr. Rose heavy.
Yeah.
He was like, you're my guy. How are you gonna be around me and not have? It's kind of like a walking billboard.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need him, but he kept telling me I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't need him. I didn't need him, but he kept telling me I needed him. And then he said that he was like, yo, like, and he even got him.
Got you.
So it's kind of like a walking billboard and me supporting my guy. And it was a great move for me. It was a great move.
Yeah.
Like it was a great move. I get a lot more compliments and because it's white, they're white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always had bigger teeth, like buck teeth. So he did them like normal. And he puts them in like a lab. I don't want to give away like what he do, but it matches your normal teeth.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So, because I feel like I want to get mine done.
Man, whenever you're ready, let's go.
Because I got little baby teeth.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, let's go. I can get you a quote or, I don't know, I forgot what he calls them.
Consultation or whatever. For sure, man. But I tell you what, bro. I appreciate everything you're doing. I know it's a lot of big things in the future. I know it's a lot more houses coming, some dope cars to stunt on the city and give people inspiration.
Yeah.
Appreciate you always being there for me.
Yeah, you already know, man. And we're going to keep doing it as I go up. And, I want to break a Dallas artist.
Man.
I want to really break, I don't think Mo3 could ever be recreated, but I would love to break a Texas artist.
So you pretty much trying to show Rainwater Eyes done?
Nah, it's no competition. He thinks it's a competition thing, but it's not really a competition. He's getting plaques. I got plaques. It's no really. Me and him are gonna team up
for sure.
One of these days, and I feel like that would be a good, because I got the internet shit on lock. He got more like the groundwork, street shit, DJ shit.
Yeah. So
I don't mind partnering up with any of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I feel like Dallas needs an artist, though. The city's too big for it not to be a young nigga everybody riding around listening to. When you're in Detroit, you hear the same 20 niggas.
Yeah. That is real. But Dallas got Erica Banks going lit.
Erica Banks is doing her thing, but it's kind of like I don't see Dallas champion her like that. It's kind of like she moved to Houston, and I just don't see Dallas champion her like that. I mean, she's from the city. I mean, online you're gonna see people say shit, but when I'm out and about, it's not like you don't. It just doesn't feel like she's from here.
Gotcha.
When you're out and about.
What about Tay Money?
Tay Money for sure. This shit's on lock. shows every fucking day. I told her she's doing too many shows right now. Slow down. But Tay Money's doing her thing. We should have a plaque coming in with Bussin'.
Okay.
But Erica Banks is doing her thing. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying that, like, you know,
she don't feel like she from here.
People here don't feel like they can touch her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's just kind of like, you know, one of them things to where as though like Mo3, it kind of felt like you could touch him.
Yeah.
Felt like he was here because that's all you heard.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from with it. So I don't want no, I don't want this to be like I'm disrespecting her.
No, for sure. Well, man, again, congratulations on the new store, the new ventures, the weed farm on the way. You know, that mogul pack rolling out. Hey, till we meet again, SHAWN COTTON. Say cheese. Peace.